Alright, we're going to take a look at the Gibson SB 350. This is a 1973 Gibson USA made bass. These were made in what's called the Norlin era. I'm just going to work my way down from the headstock to the body and kind of try to explain the condition and any flaws it might have the best I can. Starting at the top, you can notice that the inlay, the Gibson logo here, this is actually this is an overlay rather than an inlay. That's one of the ways Gibson mitigated cost cutting to make it more affordable for your average working man. The tuners are Scalar model M4S. These are basically your standard open back tuner. I want to note that the 3 screws here, the heads are broken off. I think the previous owner, I don't know what he did there. And then there's this 4th one up here. The screw's there, but I don't believe that's an original screw. The screw's there just to hold the shaft and the gear from falling out when you don't have strings on the bass. If you take the strings off, the shaft and the gear will stay together pretty well because the body holds them together, but if you're moving it around a lot, they will have a tendency to fall out, so just keep that in mind. They still work just fine. I'll demonstrate that here in a second. While we're on the back, you can notice that says Made in USA, and up above there, that's the serial number. And around here, you got the truss rod. Truss rod works fine. I took the brass acorn nut off, cleaned it up, reconditioned it, lubricated it with a little Vaseline so it turns nicely. I went ahead and set the neck. Of course, I've set it to work here in Missouri, so if you get it, you might have to adjust it because of climate changes and stuff like that. Might have to adjust it one way or another, but it should be set pretty close. The nut here is I actually made this nut. It's made out of a material called corian, which is a countertop material. I know Epiphone uses it. I don't know. Probably a few other manufacturers. It's a dense material. It's probably a little bit brighter than bone, which I kind of like. I don't like my open notes to sound different than my fretted notes, so it's a pretty good substitute for bone. Just kind of show you what was on it originally when I got it. This, if I can focus, it's just a plastic nut. It wasn't cut right. The grooves are cut all the way down to the fretboard, so there's a lot of buzzing, and the grooves themselves are pretty bad. I don't think I can get it to focus, but like I said, I shaped up the corian material, and I actually have nut files. These are Japanese made nut files, so it's all cut and sized correctly. Moving on down, the fretboard, it's just a rosewood fretboard. The frets themselves, let's see if I can get a closer look. I reconditioned all of them. I leveled them, and then I recrowned them. I don't know if you can see that too well, but I actually have also Japanese crowning files, so it's all done how it should be. Like I said, I set the neck. The neck is turn around here. The neck is just a set-in neck. The finish is kind of rough. It's a nitro cellulose finish. I don't really like those too much, but you get a lot of checking. On the back, you don't get too much, but you have your normal wear, buckle rash, that sort of thing. I also wanted to point out on the top right horn here, There's some sort of screw washer thing. I don't know what this is. I don't think it's original. On the front, I'm just trying to take you around here so you can kind of see the finish. I don't have a very good camera setup. You got a few dings here and there, some pick rash here. I'll have pictures on there so you can see it better. Zoom out here. You can see those 2 holes there. That's where the bridge cover would be. I don't have the bridge cover. The bridge is Gibson's 3-point bridge. I've intonated it. I have a strobe tuner, so it's done correctly. And then I got these are the original pickups. These are just Gibson design humbuckers. The 4 screws that mount into the pickup rings are not original. The original ones were rusted out. A couple I had to drill out. So these are just some 4 new brass screws that I put in. That bridge pickup there does have a crack in the top middle. Has a crack running through there. It still adjusts just fine. It's just cracked, so be careful if you ever take it out. I set the pickup height. Over here, you've got 2 on-off switches. This is your neck, bridge, just on-off kill switches. You got a volume and a tone. The pots are original. I don't know about the witch hat knobs though. I think the tone one probably is original, but I'm almost for sure that the volume isn't. It looks pretty new. The switches themselves, I replaced the original ones and grabbed the original ones here. There's one that's original and one that just looks like somebody took it off a lamp or something. But the ones I replaced it with are this top one here. These are just Switchcraft. I use new old stock Switchcrafts that are in there, so they'll work just fine. I also replaced the jack. The original jack was kind of loose, so that's kind of everything that I've done to it. For the most part, it's pretty original. Now, I'll just kind of set this up here. I'm just going to play through some stuff and try to kind of show you how it works. I'll just start off with the neck and the bridge pickup on, everything wide open. I'll just play through all the notes so you can see that the neck plays correctly all the way up. Now I'll just demonstrate the neck pickup here. So you just push that down, put the neck pickup on. So and then just the bridge on. Both of them on, maybe like a slap style. And just show you that the pots work, they're not scratchy. I was playing a note here, and then turn the volume down, turn it up, and then the tone, just turn it down, turn it up. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you the tuners that work. the 1973 Gibson SB 350.